Okay, today we are going to discuss about one of the little complex topic of sociology. This is all about the nature versus nurture debate. Versus nurture debate. Okay. The whole topic revolves around the idea of nature versus nurture. Okay, what it means by nature and what it means by nurture. Actually, why we are studying this thing, before going, we need to understand the reason behind it. Let's suppose this is an individual. Okay, we need to understand in what basis individual action is dependent on. Okay, we need to understand the human behavior let's suppose he is an individual. Human behavior is dependent on what? Either nurture, or you can say socialization. Okay, the socialization is going to develop an individual act behavior, or the nature. What you can call it? The biological instinct, genetics. Okay, what we are going to study? We are going to study the human behavior. In what basis individual action or behavior is dependent on? Am I right? The nurture is all about the socialization, or you can call it interaction.
When individual is brought up this slide.
Exactly. And socialization refers to the idea of canalization, like what? Encouragement towards particular behavior and discouragement towards particular behavior, and manipulation. We are manipulated by our parents. Okay, the socialization occurs in particularly role formation. You are going to understand the roles within the society. Am I right? So actually, in nature versus nurture debate, we are going to understand the two sort of instincts. This is called biological instinct. Nature stands for biological instinct, and nurture refers to the social instinct. The core idea revolves around the nurture is all about socialization, while the biological instinct refers to genetics, hormones, and actually this is all about the inbuilt stuff. Am I right? The biological instincts are all about the inbuilt stuff. Okay, and the social instincts are variable on the basis of the socialization, on the basis of the interaction within the individuals. Am I right? In our socialization, some of the sociologists are referring to the nature part, and some of the sociologists are referring to the nurture part. Am I right? We need to understand this thing. Why socialization is important? To understand the importance of socialization, we need to understand the concept of feral children. Feral children are the children who face under socialization in differential circumstances. Listen. Feral children are children who face differential circumstances. Like first case is based around Jeannie. Jeannie is a girl who faced the domestic violence, or you can say the domestic torture, as she after the birth of Jeannie, her parents locked Jeannie within the room of the house, and they just used to feed her And after 8 to 10 years, once they open up that girl, she was not able to talk, she was not able to walk, she was not able to eat properly. Why is this so? Afterwards, we can assume this thing, after this incident, we can assume this thing that our basic human skills, like how to talk, how to walk, how to eat, are based on our interaction with the individuals. Am I right? So these skills were considered, this gene is considered a feral child who faced under socialization in particular circumstances. Am I right? We have another case of Saturday methane. And she faced the under socialization, or you can say the differential level of socialization, as she brought up within the monkeys. Rather than walking, she used to climb. Because after studying the feral children, we can assume this thing that our basic human skills are based on our interaction, are based on our nurturing, are based on our canalization, manipulation, role identification. Am I right? We used to walk in our society. Why is this so? Because we are seeing people around us that all are walking here and there. Am I right? Everyone is walking here and there. Okay. So once we are seeing everyone that everyone is walking here and there, so we used to walk in our circumstances. Am I right? While if you are watching the people who are climbing here and there, so we are going to climb. Okay, so I hope the things are fine till now. That the why socialization is important, then we are able to understand this basic concept. Okay, so if we move a little more forward, the whole idea, I'm going to talk about another concept. This concept was proposed by Med. According to Med, actually first we need to understand ourselves. We need to understand our self. Our self is a very important part, because first we need to understand this thing, how our self is developed, either on the basis of biological instinct or either on the basis of social instinct. Social instinct stands for socialization, and biological instinct stands for the messages we receive from our hormones and our genetics, genes. Okay, am I right? So the idea is according to Med, the theory name is I and me theory. According to I and me theory, there are two sort of self. Number one is I. This is called unsocialized self, which is more based on our biological instinct, or we can say it is almost fixed. Am I right? Let's suppose if you are going to put your hand in the fire, your brain is going to give you your unsocialized self, your eye is going to give you the sign that there is a pain out there. Am I right? You feel the pain in your hand once you are going to put your hands in the fire. Am I right? This is your unsocialized self. Okay, but your reaction is dependent on me, which is more about socialized self. It's more about the idea how others expect us to behave. How others expect us to behave. Am I right? Let's suppose if you put your hand in the fire in a corporate office, then you are just going to hold your screen. Am I right? Then you're just going to try to hold your screen. You're just going to say maximum. But if the same case occurs at your home, you are going to scream with loud and clear voice. Am I right? Why is this so? Because your socialized self is going to give you the sign that how to react in that particular scenario. Am I right? So the me occurs is what all about how others expect us to behave, and I is all about socialized self. Say okay. So this is more about unsocialized self is going to give you the basic information, and afterwards you are going to develop the things afterwards. Any confusion there? Another theory is all about the Goffman's theory. According to them, according to Goffman, individuals are actors sometimes they follow the given lines. Given lines stand for the director is giving the lines to the actors. Director used to give the lines to the actors. Beta phone. All okay? Okay. बोलो तो AC बंद कर देना. Okay. Individuals are actors. Sometimes they follow their own. Sometimes they follow the given line, which means they are following the nurturing. They are following the nurturing. But sometimes they act as per their own line. It's more about that nature versus nurture. The both elements are covering. That at some time individuals are following their own line, and at some time they are not following the given line. Got it? It's more about the nature part, and it's more about the nurture part. Am I right? The society is going to give the command to the individual that how to react in that particular scenario. Any confusion there? So afterwards, if I move a little more forward, we have another theory. This is all about glass looking self. A second. You have book? You have book? The theory name is looking glass self. Looking glass self, and this was proposed by Mr. Poulet. Okay, and according to this theory, listen to me. Society is just like a mirror, and individual action is dependent on the responses. यानी कि ये है individual, this is individual, and this is the mirror. Once you are going to look into the mirror is going to give you some response. The society is just like a mirror. The society is giving you give you some response. Let's suppose whenever you are making hair, I don't have hair, although, but whenever you are watching, seeing to the mirror is going to respond to you that how you need to look, how you should look. Anything we did here? Any problem here? Okay, so this is all about the looking glass self theory proposed by Mr. Poulet. Okay, this is more about the nurture-based theory. That you are watching the society is going to give you the response. They are nurturing you how to act in an appropriate way. Any confusion here? Any problem there? Okay, so let's move forward. Another theory linked with these ideas were proposed by the Parson is a functionalist, and he proposed the biological differences between males and females may lead towards gender role segregation. According to Parsons, what happened? The biological difference between male and female may lead towards the differentiation between male and female. Like what? According to Parsons, the male should perform instrumental role. What happened there last one? क्या हो गया सर? क्या हो गया? Okay, so instrumental role is more about unemotional role as the male are considered. According to Parsons, it's more biological. We can debate over it that it's biological or not. So, okay, instrumental role as a provider role or a breadwinner role. Okay, while the males were canalized into this, and according to Parsons, the females' role is more about expressive role, which is more emotional role. Got it? So according to Parsons, Parsons used to support the biological explanation, or you can say the natural explanation, or you can say the explanation is based on nature. Am I right? While if you talk about the looking glass, self, I am me, Goffman's theory, it's more about the nurturing part, the feral children also. Okay, all these theories are based on nature versus nurture. So there's a debate that nature is important to develop individual's behavior or nurture is important. Any confusion till here? Any problem till here? Okay, so if we move forward a little more, so how we can explain? We have another theory also to define this thing. We have Darwin's theory.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
You asked is nature versus nurture, like which is more important? Like, isn't it obvious that the nurture is more important?
According to some sociologists, the nurture is important. Why? According to the theories given by some other sociologists, the nature is more important than nature. According to the Parsons, the human individual behavior is dependent on the biological instincts. Actually, Parsons differentiate the gender roles and link the gender roles with biological differentiation.
For example, if I have a certain personality, right, it's my nature. And for example, if I'm being brainwashed or nurtured into thinking something else,
Yeah.
so that inevitably, like, the nurture is more important.
You can say. It's more. Actually, that's why we call it as a debate, na? For some individuals, both are important. For some individuals, one thing is important. For some theorists, one nature is important. Got it? So, although there is important, if you talk about the feral children case or the IME case, the nature has a lot of importance. Nature is create a lot of things. Okay. So, as the thing is this, as we mentioned in the last social activities topic, that gender is socially constructed, while the sex is biologically constructed. So, this is more about that the individual used to, the society used to infiltrate an individual's mind that you are male. Got it? So it could be a debate that some individuals after some time they assume that they are not male, they are female, or there are some people that assume that they are males. So it could be like that. So okay, the Darwin's theory of human evolution is more about they are relying on biological evolution. According to them, the human evolution is based on biological developments. That the human is changing from the whole evolution. Evolution is all about change, the biological evolution. Darwin also supports the biological differentiation about this. Okay. there are some theorists who believes who believes on the biological programming, who believes on these individuals are called biogrammars. Biogrammers are the thing which is more about biological programming. That the biologically natural genetic through the genetic instinct, individuals are programmed into a particular way. So this is all about the theory. Any confusion in nature versus nurture? Is it clear to you? Any confusion? Any questions? Just copy this.